Welcome in, beautiful beings. My name is Jess. I am the Mother's Priestess. I am so happy that you are here. This is for a collective or person that has had the realization about their intuition and their inner guidance and how connected they truly are to the universe. This is for someone who has been learning, processing, letting go of old ways of being and old thought processes. There is an energy here that you are coming out of this. Some of you may still be wrestling with giving up old ways of being. Two of Swords at the bottom, giving indecision. But I also see the Four of Swords in reverse, and this is about a burnout energy. What is the message here, Divine? Oh. Yeah. Okay. I sound like so disappointed. There is a message here of forgiveness and release. So that makes sense that I was feeling that like some of you were still moving through the process of letting go of an old way of being. This is showing me that you've been feeling some sort of despair because of what you've been moving through. But this is also, this right here is showing me that you have been releasing and purging old thought processes and allowing yourself to find acceptance. Now, there are some of you that are still moving through this illusion that of being unable to move forward because you're unsure of what to do. That is just an illusion. What I am feeling is that you actually do know what to do. You actually have been given intuitive nudges to move a certain way, and you've been holding really tightly to your old path, and it's been causing some bit of resistance, but not too much. That's why what I'm understanding is that's where the burnout is coming from. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Yeah. The Ten of Wands in reverse is overburdened. So you've been really, it feels as though you've been being very hard on yourself. And you've had these really high expectations of figuring out whatever it is right now, and the angels are coming through to say no, like stop that. That's only going to continue to cause overburdening within your energy, and it's going to continue to cause burnout. You're being called to move through the release, move through the forgiveness without holding too tightly to it. Finding your flow as the Queen of Cups that you are. Now, what I'm seeing is once you're able to move through this process and you realize that you're not stuck, that you're fully capable of creating and blazing your own path, things are going to start happening very quickly for you. Once you shift out of this illusion energy, it's going to happen fast. I have the King of Cups here. And this is calling you to rely on your heart and your head equally, to make sure that you have your mature masculine energy, your emotionally mature energy backing up your intuitive guidance. And one way you're able to do this is by finding grounding in some sort of way. Go outside, get into nature, hug a tree, put your feet in some grass. You're being called to really harness the intuitive nudges that are coming through, but to make sure that you're balancing the head space and the heart space for the final decision that you make. Now, once you're able to complete the process for forgiveness for whatever this whatever this illusion was that you were holding on to or in the process of letting go of, you're being called to take notice, because, and to not succumb to despair. I always like to think that the grizzly bear, the mother grizzly, comes through when the child is needing some sort of extra guidance and a reminder of who they truly are. Babes, you are this beautiful energy, and you have the Queen of Pentacles coming through as well. You have this very powerful force within you, within your energy centers, and you're being called to allow yourself to find balance and to stop holding on to what no longer serves you. And that, in that case, that's whatever this illusion is, that's causing the burnout. Okay, now once you shift out of this completely, because like I said, a lot of you are on the tail end of this. You've been moving through this, and I can feel that it's been quite restrictive, and it makes total sense that there's been some sort of struggle. But you're being called to recognize that once you do shift away from this illusion, things are going to start happening swiftly. We have two different cards here. This one is about the continual effort, the continual effort to find your expertise in whatever that you've been connecting to. And this is about just the momentum, how things are going to move fast once you shift away from this illusion. And like I said, this just matches the Knight of Pentacles. We get the Eight of Pentacles here about qualification, working hard to develop your skills. You're being called to continue to do this. And in the process of doing so, let's see here. This will assist with your confidence. This will give you progress, and it will also allow you to harness more of your confidence, more of your solar energy, and trust in self. And through this, you'll receive good news. You'll receive inspiration. But what I'm being told is that the Queen of Pentacles this is you. Once you shift away from whatever this illusion is, this is you. So you're shifting from out of the Ten of Wands reverse. You're shifting away from the Four of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. You're shifting away from that burnout energy, or away from that despair, because despair comes from someone that doesn't believe in themselves, doesn't believe they're capable, but you know that you are. You're fully capable. 747 on the timer. And this is a part of your judgment. Once you shift out of this illusion and continue to step into your power as the Queen of Cups, continue to listen to your inner guidance and ground it and allow it to move into integration. The Queen of Pentacles is you. So that's what's going to happen. You're literally moving through this process. I know it does not feel good. You're being called out by your angels to, let's see if there's a better way to say this. To release your grip off of your old thought processes, to release your grip of this illusion that you're stuck and unable to change your path. You're unable to get out of whatever situation it is whatever situation it is that you are in. You're being called to completely relinquish your grip on that illusion, because Hecate is coming through here, and this flame is so big. I'm hanging out with Aphrodite today, and been feeling this really big call to remind myself that I am safe in my body. I love my body, and I trust my body, and I trust my instincts, and I trust my intuition. And I really feel like with the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, there's also some sort of divine counterpart coming in. Once you shift away from this illusion that you're unable to move forward, that you're unable to harness your solar energy, like all these cards coming out, it's you harnessing your own energy and using it to blaze your own path. to connect to who you are as the King of Cups and to connect to who you are as the Queen of Cups, and to allow yourself to integrate your intuition and flow, allowing yourself to find flow. That's what I really feel like this message is about, allowing yourself to flow away from what's no longer serving you and allowing the river to carry you, because when it does, when you allow flow, there's no restriction. So things are going to be more easeful energetically, and that will allow you to be, that will also allow your energy to be more open to receive. Anything else? What's this? We have a card. Yeah. There will be like Ace of Cups. This is about new beginnings, about socializing, celebration. Excuse me, confirmation. This is giving guidance that once you shift away from whatever this illusion is and allow yourself to flow and to listen to yourself instead of kind of going back and forth with yourself, because ultimately you know what you desire and you know intuitively what's been calling you, and for some reason you may be scared. You may be scared of how powerful you are. And 11:31 on the timer, and I really feel like there's a message here to allow yourself to harness your power as the Queen of Cups. I feel like there's another message here. One second. Because there's a message here about feeling trapped. But like I said, the angels are coming through to say that's an illusion. And the only reason why you're continuing to feel this illusion and to feel trapped is because you're focusing on it. You're focusing on it. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, the Tower came out reversed, which shows me that you've been rebuilding. And wow, okay. Two of Wands came out. So like I said, to continue to build your skill. That's what this is about. Continuing to discover new ways of you. This is also about accomplishments as well. Whatever seeds you plant, and when you choose to harness your energy, these seeds will bear so much fruit. But what I'm feeling is this Queen of Cups and the Empress being out together. I really feel like you're being called to nurture whatever this idea or this intuitive nudges. You're being called to nurture it, to pour more water into it. So whatever it is, allow yourself to shift away from this illusion and focus more on the divine guidance that you have been receiving. Because you are the Empress. You're being called to welcome your future with a warm embrace. Stop staring back at the past and be in the present and be open to whatever comes into your field. Yes, you're being called to harness your divine feminine energy during this time. Yes, this is based off the cards. It is showing me that there's a lot of intentional steps to continue to be taken, but you're being really called to harness intuitive abilities in some way, shape, or form. And those are the intentional steps you're being called to take to allow yourself to transform your abilities and gain more trust in yourself through the intentional steps that you feel called to take. Also, six of Pentacles come out. There will be people along the way that you run into that are going to be able to offer assistance. And it might not always be people that you expect it to be. It may just be some random people you connect with. But you're being called to really be observant during this time. So the full gist, shift away from this illusion that you're stuck. Shift away from this illusion that you're unable to blaze your own path. Because you are, and quite frankly, you are very powerful. For the Empress and the Queen of Cups to come out, you are this very beautiful, nurturing, connective, empathic, psychic being. And having a tower moment and then having to rebuild can feel like quite a bit, especially being empathic. So allow yourself to just be present for yourself. And just take the time to, like I said, take the intentional steps. No rush here. Just be present and listen to your inner guidance ultimately. I love you so much.